Hey guys, it is Frosty with a another podcast. It's been a while, as I said in my last, or at least like my last group of videos. Things have been stressful for me, so I haven't been able to get around to. The Steelers series is officially postponed at the moment, just due to every week I get more and more content, but I want to make I want to finally make like a 30 or 40-minute video on it because I feel like the information I've been given is deserving of that, but I definitely do want to make it at least before free agency hits, just due to the fact that I do want to ask a lot of what ifs and what I think will happen and kind of predict the free agency of Pittsburgh because I definitely have stuff about that. But what is this episode? It's just I had to think, and I have a of course near the Super Bowl I'm doing a full thing on the Buccaneers, full thing on the Chiefs, my matchups, who I think will win, the ideal winning game for each of them, what they need to win, what they need to not, what they need to work on. But this is my swan song to the Houston Texans. This video will be labeled Dear Texans. If you don't really, I'm going to probably put in the description. Um, just go to 2 minutes, and that will be when the video starts. But I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm gonna try and get more consistent. There will be more video game and top 10 content coming, so it won't just be football or sports anymore. But if it seems like it's getting towards that time, dear Texans, dear Texans. You have decided to finally come out of years of rebuilding. Ever since you moved and changed your name from the Oilers, you became the Houston Texans. You've definitely made quite a few draft picks in Andre Johnson and J.J. Watt. Dear Texans, you hired the Bill O'Brien. He's done some things that are pretty good. Guy you did the playoffs multiple times, won a playoff game or two. There's a lot of hope in your future as well. Texans, you look to be on the right track. You look to be the next big thing. Maybe not a Super Bowl contender yet, but you'll be getting there, dear Texans. Sean Watson looks to be an absolute beast and possibly a top 5 quarterback in the league. You've definitely done a lot to upgrade that defense with Tyrann Mathieu and a bunch of other pieces. Bill O'Brien might actually lead you somewhere. Last year was tough luck, but this year might be the year. You might not re-sign the Honey Badger, but you have plenty of weapons and can make a real good run. You're looking like a dark horse for the Super Bowl. Dear Texans. Okay, that wild card round was pretty lucky. You barely slipped in with the young gun Bills, but hey, you still hang on to him. Deshaun Watson was an MVP candidate this year and played out of his mind. DeAndre Hopkins might be the greatest receiver of all time, if possibly not in the league right now. You look up. Texans, you got promise, and you got a shot. Dear Texans, you're up 24. You have a full chance to win this thing. You are taking down the number 2 seed Kansas City Chiefs. You have a shot to prove infamy. You have a shot to go to the conference and go to your first Super Bowl. Dear Texans, you choked it. You blew it away and got embarrassed on national TV. This is where this whole Dear Texans stops. Let me be honest. This is where every Houston fan and Houston person lost their mind. This was it. This was it. Your first year of actual Super Bowl contention. And you blew it. Not only did you barely slip by a team that shouldn't have been close to beating you, but you were taking on the Chiefs. You didn't keep the game competitive. You blew it. Now you might say, do you blame Deshaun Watson? Do you blame Bill O'Brien? Yes. Bill O'Brien is to blame purely. You would have He needed to keep his gas on the pedal. Don't give the Chiefs mercy. Crush them. But he gave them a little bit of light. And then said, no lead is safe behind that team. That might be true, but at the same time, you probably could have won. That's the thing. Texans fans now get to look at that for the rest of their life. One of the greatest achievements in Patrick Mahomes' career, and one of the most disgusting feats because it should have never happened. And then the DeAndre Hopkins trade. And you might go back to the Vikings Herschel Walker, but again, what if those picks flopped? What if those players flopped? There was a lot of high talent, and it created a dynasty. What did the Hopkins trade do for you? Nothing. Here's the thing. That trade didn't really help the Vikings, but made the Cowboys into a dynasty. What it made you from a possible dominant team and Super Bowl contender to a laughing stock. Like, there is nothing to look at. There is nothing else to be happy about. There is nothing I see. There is no progress. That's it. That's just it. And by that, that's it. That's all it is. You got nothing. Now here's the thing. Why the frick did you go after Brandon Cooks? 2 second-round picks for a receiver who's on the downcline with a albatross of a contract, and you're gonna look at me and tell me that this is great. Dear Texans, what the frick are you doing? Like, I just question everything. I just question everything they've done. It's so incompetent. It's so stupid. But here's the thing: you don't want to hear this. Here, let me. If you want me to be completely honest, you do not want to hear this because this was last year. This content. Here's the why this impacts everything. If you didn't want Hopkins, fine. Why'd you keep Bill O'Brien the entire offseason, the draft, and 4 games? This team, do you know what the prediction for the Texans was supposed to be? Because Brandon Cooks probably would be considered better. Will Fuller was still there. There was still good talent that could get the Texans to 9-7, 8-8. They ended the season 3-13. 3-13. This is pretty bad. I just have no words. It's just so bad. I I just have absolutely nothing to say. There is absolutely nothing to say about this team, this franchise. But that's not why I'm talking. That's not why I'm making a video called Dear Texans. It's because of this. In 100 years, no one would have ever seen this coming. JJ Watt will no longer be a Texan. It is pretty much confirmed. And again, JJ Watt is not an egotistical a-hole. He is not an ego guy. He is a Texans fix here. And you know what? He may just retire his jersey elsewhere. He may retire, and he will retire elsewhere. Because, Andre Johnson came out and said, leave. That organization wastes talent, ruins players. The owners, both of them were bad because the other one passed away. Yeah, the Suns know better. He's saying, we have no interest in trading Deshaun Watson. You don't say that. And do you know why? Barry Sanders. And, of course, obviously, Megatron. Megatron was a little different. Same thing with, like, Joe Thomas. Same thing with, like, the fixtures that. But the reason why I bring up Barry Sanders is he got so mad at the ownership that he just straight up said, okay, I'll retire. No one saw it coming. It was like, did he just say, did I hear him? Did he just say he's retiring? I didn't, okay. Now here's the thing. The Texans would be like, oh great, we got money. Oh gosh, we lost our star fixture. And if I'm being honest, you did. Deshaun could start threatening retirement, and this isn't him going off the deep end. This is him literally saying, if I have to force your hand, I will. Because the team, it was said, the managers, the coaches, and the teammates all respect him wanting a trade. He's not pulling a James Harden. He is literally getting out on his own will. J.J. Watt's going to get out as well. Like, but here's the thing. I think they would cut J.J. Watt. They won't even, like, trade him. They'll just be like, oh, bye-bye, you're horrible. It took J.J. Watt to get Bill O'Brien fired, who was kind of, dare I say, the Marvin Lewis of, I don't know what it was. Marvin Lewis of the AFC South, I guess. It's just, oh, man. I just got so many. I I'm going to make a full list on Deshaun Watson trades. It'll be a top, but kind of just to end the video because, geez, I get mad because of this team. Top seven. You'll be seeing a top seven vid. Like I said, I'm probably gonna be doing some more video game stuff, maybe stuff on Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Star Wars, a lot more diverse stuff, just so I don't get burned out on content. But there will be a top seven on Deshaun Watson. I will kind of explain why. There will be a top five J.J. Watt. That both lists may have a team or two that are the same, but they'll be different. Um, there's gonna be a couple of stuff coming, but if I'm a Texans fan, you want these guys gone. Like, it's gonna hurt really bad, but let me be honest. They don't deserve an Andre Johnson where they're locked forever and they're treated horribly. They deserve better. J.J. Watt already stuck through a rebuild. He shouldn't be stuck through another one. Anyway, guys, stay safe and stay frosty. Love y'all.